Train smarter, not harder. Now, this is something that you hear people say all the time. However, it doesn't really apply to lifting weights, athletics, strength training. And I'll tell you why, because people take this too literal, especially now with all the science based bullshit that people are perpetrating all over the internet that you don't have to do these time tested hard exercises. You'll get more gains with less fatigue if you do these great science based exercises instead. Now, this is such a wrong mentality. This is literally where we are as a society. You don't want to work hard, you want to do what's easier. Now, I'm not saying you have to beat yourself into the ground, but if you take this term too literal, you're not going to make any gains because you think it's the actual exercise that is giving you the gains, not the application of it. You can think the incline dumbbell bench press is the best pec exercise ever, but if all your sets are 8 reps away from failure and you're not using a weight that's going to stimulate any type of response, whether it's strength or hypertrophy, then the exercise selection is just pointless. On the flip side, you can think the bench press is the worst thing in the world, but if you're using an appreciable amount of weight that's going to elicit a response, then that's going to be better than your science based perfect exercise. Now, everyone's always looking at the fatigue to stimulus ratio. Remember, train smart, not hard. However, instead of worrying about that, why don't you worry about if an exercise is fatiguing you too much? Instead of nixing it from your program, why don't you build up your work capacity to allow you to have a better tolerance for fatigue so that you can train harder with more reps, more sets, higher weight? Everyone's always looking at doing the littlest possible in order to get by and just claim what they're doing is more superior or just superior in general to time tested exercises. Training smart does not mean not to train hard. Hard is effort. Hard is how much you are pushing yourself. Hard is how much you are applying yourself and trying to break through plateaus. Now, I will say, training hard does not mean running out of breath, feeling sore. That's not training hard. I can get an empty barbell right now and do 1,000 reps, and my chest will probably feel sore and I'll be pretty tired. But did I accomplish anything? Probably not. There are better ways to do that, to get a response, than just doing endless amounts of reps. So just because you're claiming you're training smart and not training hard does not mean the amount of effort diminishes.